again, it's on.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Opinionation. It is your favorite podcasting sensation. And it's the Opinionation crew. We have Kendo Mickens, usual. And we have your man, Hassan Chop. Hassan McCullough eating a mayonnaise sandwich. It's a vegan mayonnaise sandwich. It's vegan. It's vegan mayo. But he up here eating a mayonnaise sandwich with some watermelon juice, doing shadow work in the shadows. Yeah, he is.
Boom.
There it is.
Always here.
I ain't even mad at it. Yo, man. So this week, man, and a couple other our panelists may be flowing through. So we'll holler at them as they come. But let's kick it off. Today's topic, the evolution of relationship. The evolution of relationship. Well, what does that mean? Hassan, what do you think I mean when I say the evolution of relationship?
The progression of the relationship, how we went from being scared to go to a girl's house to smashing on the first night.
Wow. Know what?
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Now, you see,
that man, some watermelon.
Yeah, give him some watermelon and give him a stuffed animal. Give him a stuffed animal full of watermelon. Hey, look, check this out. You're right on it. I want to go just a little bit further in history than that. I want to say, Kenny, is it still relevant, the quote, God, man, woman, child? Is that still the order? Is that, and in 2027, is that still the order?
For a lot of people, no.
Oh.
Right now, it's me,
and me.
And me.
Wow. How you got a relationship like that? How can you have family when it's all me?
Well, even in the family structure, they're thinking that they're just themselves. I mean, you have people now saying, I want to have a kid, but I don't necessarily need
the counterpart
components to make up the family.
Yo, it's wild, bro. I mean, the crazy part about what you just said, that's been going on in practice, but now women are actually saying it. Oh, I'll just have a family on my own. And like, what? Now, that used to be a consequence of a circumstance, a pretty not good circumstance, but now women are choosing to have a dysfunctional family from the beginning.
Choosing to not, I mean, it's been a lot of cases. You get some cases where some women are just out and out, not informing the man that he has a child out there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you get a lot of brothers who shirk their duties. So it's just wild, man.
Hassan, where did we go wrong? Like, what happened? You spoke about it back in our grandparents, maybe even great grandparents at this point days. You couldn't even hold a girl's hand walking down the street if y'all was just like courting. I mean, that word ain't even a word no more. Courting, what is that? What do you mean courting? So what happened, Hassan? How do we get off track?
Our software got corrupted, man. We start seeing other stuff. I mean, listen, we're all computers that's programmed, like it or not, to be honest. We look at stuff, we learn stuff. That's part of our programming. The way that we learn stuff in this world, navigate, those are the program of this world and how they program us, period. So as far as our programming of the chivalry went kind of, I guess it went kind of dead. We stopped looking at women as, I don't know. We start looking at things different about relationships.
So this programming that you speak of, do you think this programming was as prevalent before radio and television? Like, you know what I mean? Like 300 years ago, could you program a whole nation? Like, how did you do that? How did you reroute the moral compass of an entire nation 300 years ago? without television or radio?
I mean, listen, you're missing the final. That social media is what really got people as far as programming the most. I think that changed everything. The radio was one thing.
You would agree, though, Kenny, would you agree that television and radio had a lot to do with the social changes and morality?
It definitely did to an extent. But kind of like Hassan said, as you know, before things, even with television and radio, everything still was kind of regional.
True.
Things, you know, people didn't connect as fast, or I couldn't talk to or see something in real time. But now, as everything is connected and I can get information to you faster, it's easier, almost like Hassan said, that programming became so much easier because I can connect so much faster to you.
It's in real time. Like you said, the programming used to be delayed to a certain degree. I mean, if we recall, we're old enough to recall, Kenny, television used to go off at night.
Sure did. It used to do the black lines.
Like, I used to get mad at that era. We talking about circa day 77 and before. And I used to get mad being up in the middle of the night with my little TV and just like wanting to watch something, and the joint is on some.
No, hold on. First, you heard the American anthem.
I was trying not to remember that part. I was trying not to remember that part. And the third verse.
You cannot not remember it because,
true,
like he said, it programmed you to the national anthem into your mind. I used to take pride in knowing the national anthem. That's the crazy part now.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, as a kid, I did too. But you know, they never taught us that third verse.
You know, other verses. You know, it's the first one or two that was really great.
Right. Until we get deeper into the project. Oh,
a little bit.
Slave to die. Oh, okay, cool. Wow. So we all admit that, or we should agree. I say we should all agree that these inventions, these communications inventions, have changed our culture. Meaning, I asked Hassan to start the show off, like, hey, you know, is the chronological order still in effect? And he's like, nah. But when did that happen? Like these.
Well, I think as like he said, this computer age has made it where you don't have to go out. You don't have to deal with people. I can pretty much order my whole life from my living room.
I ordered Amazon. I ordered Amazon groceries just today. Yes, I did.
I want McDonald's. It's not even.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy when you can have McDonald's delivered. You know, that's crazy because anybody from like the real McDonald's era knows that you go to McDonald's. You know what I mean?
You go to. I mean, it's a lot of trust. And the funny thing is, as we trust people directly less, we're trusting enough that it's okay for someone to bring our grub who I've never met, never seen, don't have any connection to the store. Bring me whatever.
That's deep.
But we trust enough in that, but we can't even trust in family members and things.
And yet we won't get no weed juice. And yet the whole nation ain't buying weed juice, but yet we buying. I know it sounds like that.
Listen, that's called selective conformity.
Selective conformity.
Don't bring that in there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Man, it's wild because I see the technology as a major divider, wedge in the traditional family. I see the technology. Listen, we can definitely point to the era we're in now where everything's so fast and immediate and real time. But again, I'm 53. I'm old enough to understand that, listen, even when we were children, for what it was, the planet was moving faster than it used to. It's just that that's the time we were born into. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Like if we could have a glimpse 300 years ago, we'd realize 1970 was Star Trek, basically. And of course, we're living in a real Star Trek now, but in 1970, we still were light speed ahead of what most of the planet had been doing for thousands of years. And that's due to this thing, this entity called technology. It has drawn to me a wedge in the traditional family. I mean, women. We know that women love their image. Hassan, we know women love attention and to look at themselves. We know that that's a part of their capital in this plane of existence. We know that. So look at what the technology has done to the female human mind. She can't put it down. You're talking about a device that will give her attention way more than you could as one man. She's got the whole world as her oyster now. And they're telling her every moment, not every day, not giving her flowers once a year. They're telling her every moment, you the flyest, you the best. Let me fly you out. You want to get flued out? Kenny, what do we do? Like, I mean, luckily, I'm out of the dating pool. Nobody wants to date me, and I barely want to date anybody. So I'm all good. All right. But there are millions of men still seeking love, affection. You know, there's millions of women that need love, affection, and correction. What do we do, Kenny, in an era where the technology is as smart as our dumbest at the least?
Well, fortunately, there are still those who want to do the relationship. And also, fortunately, because we still need to physically come together for the most part to procreate, there has to be some connection, you know, and somewhere in there, relationships sometimes fall through cracks and people end up together.
Yeah.
So we're fortunate that even though we have these computers we have this, the way the society is now, it's almost making everyone a loner. It's where, like I said, you can be in a house, you don't have to deal with anyone. Your whole little world can be dealt with from your living room.
Facts. Hassan, elaborate on that as I deal with an alarm going off. Elaborate on that. I'm going to mute my mic.
I've seen that in the movie, man. It's always these movies that go back in time where the people are always loners and stuff. What movie was that like in? They interact with robots and stuff. They don't interact with themselves as much. They don't interact with people. I see all kind of movies like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Again, how intelligent are we, man? You know, we're talking about the evolution of relationships, and we can clearly point to an entity that, since it's been introduced into our society, our relationships, our personal relationships, our man and wife, boy and girl relationships have continuously gone down the drain. Now, are we intelligent enough to point the finger at something obvious that's been creating a wedge? Like, to me, it's a no-brainer that since this thing we call AI or technology has come into our realm, our relationships have gone to shit. Tell me I'm lying.
Oh my gosh.
Well, as technology got better, we've been able to lie to ourselves even more. We've been able to, I can be the king of the world. I got $18 billion. I can filter and make myself look a certain way. And tell everybody everything. But the reality of it is, when you actually have to meet people, now those lies going to come off. Now when you tell a person I'm 6'7",
Yeah.
I run a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
I'm hung like half a quarter horse plus 3.
That's wild. That's wild.
You
That's
really
wild.
have to.
These things happen.
Eventually those lies going to come to a head when you actually have to meet someone.
So the technology allows us and helps us to fabricate who and what we really are. The technology allows us to lie efficiently.
They call it filtering.
Wow.
We can filter,
Hey,
a person can filter everything on their computer, on their phone.
Yeah, they can filter all kinds of stuff. But you guys don't realize that the technology is connected to the patriarchal system.
You're gonna stop telling people what they realize. I know that. I know right now I'm about to protest you for the rest of this series. You're gonna stop telling people what they know and don't know. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
But
today.
Whatever.
See that? You see the arrogance, Kenny? Kenny, do you see the literal arrogance? He's talking about whatever. Like he know what I know.
Can I get to the point to what I was saying, whatever the other stuff?
Please.
Okay. So to get back things in the right order, it has to return back to the matriarch where everything's ruled through women. And not ruled through the men. And the men ruled through the men, that's when all this bullshit happens.
Kenny.
But its real nature is what will get everything back, is ruling through love, ruling through nature, connecting with Earth. Earth has a vibration.
So you saying Sexy Red?
Well, let me ask you.
Hold up, Kenny. You saying Sexy Red should run shit? You saying Sukiana should be running the planet?
I did not say those women. I said the matriarch, the smart women, not the dumb ones.
Oh,
come on, man. We know. Well, we know better.
How do you filter that out?
We know some divine. You can filter out and see if a woman's smart and she's dumb, and she doesn't have a love for herself. She hasn't done the inner work. You can tell people can't do the inner work.
Hold on, let me ask you this: if you're saying we have to get back to the matriarchal system, if the man is the one doing the filtering or saying who should be in charge, then they're not really running it. It's still a patriarchal system.
They're just being propped up.
They're just being propped up.
Hassan, let me ask you this, Hassan, because I think I've heard this argument before in different spaces about the divine feminine and or just matriarchal energy being better to run the planet. Let me explain something, Hassan. I think that matriarchal energy doesn't last because it can't beat patriarch's ass.
It does last. That's how the system. That's how when we rule through the matriarch, because we're part of nature.
I guess what I'm saying, Hassan, is the women would have to be in control of the men whole cloth, because men are not going to listen to. Why would a man listen to a woman when he can beat her in combat? Hassan, you're filibustering. Listen to my question. This is an animal. Listen to my question. Listen to my question. This is an animal planet, homie. As much as we are gods, we are still in animal bodies, and let's not play games. Men are stronger than women. We are on an animal planet. Dog eat dog. The strongest shall survive, is what Elliot says. What makes you think a matriarchal system will survive the war coming from men?
Because this energy the planet and the energy wasn't off like that. The man is off based on the patriotic system. That's not how the energy of this planet is. That's why you have all these earthquakes and all this shit happening, because the earth is trying to transform back to that matriarch. We in the age of Aquarius. We're turning back to the matriarchic system.
Well, it's changing. I have a question. Would it not be more?
Hold on. Can you say you in the age of Aquarius without saying
we in the age?
We in the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius.
The age of information. The age of information. We in that, and that's what the matriarch. We returning back to the matriarch. We're turning back to nature.
Let me ask this, Kenny. Wouldn't it be more?
Hold
on. Let me ask the question. Wouldn't it make more sense? Wouldn't it make more sense if it was a balance of matriarch and
I was
patriarch?
just ready
Nobody
to
ever
mention
talks
that.
about that.
I was just ready to mention that, Dom, because you do have to have balance. I remember
it's
a
not
guy.
balanced because the gods is a female. The nature of the woman is about Mother Nature. That's what it's about. When you learn more about spirituality, you learn that everything is really designed for the females, because the female is what the existence of this planet is about. The female energy.
But if it's so much about the female, if it's so much about the female, why are all the babies inside of me right now? All of them.
It's all right. But
no, wait, no. We're not going to. It's all right past that question.
No.
I'm asking you directly. No. If it's all about the female, why can't she have a baby unless I give it to her?
See, just like you spoke of that balance, you have these little marchers right inside of you, right? You have millions of marchers inside of you, but the woman has all the eggs to create that.
Well, a finite amount of eggs. Let's be scientifically correct. She has a finite amount of eggs. She ain't got infinite eggs. I got infinite sperm
that she can keep producing them, but in her life.
But I produce sperm forever. I produce sperm forever. Let's get this shit straight, man. Let's get this shit straight.
Your marchers don't march with the same cadence as they would at 20. That they do.
Maybe it's a better cadence now. Maybe it's a better 60. Cadence. That's not
true. That's not true. None of that part is true.
Well, either way, maybe they're better now because I'm wiser now. The point I'm trying to make, though, is ultimately a woman can't do a damn thing without a man in this plane of existence. You're not having a baby. I'm talking about baby making. You're not having a baby.
Women used to have babies without
used
men.
To. Used to is not now. I'm not living in used to.
Right.
They said Jesus used to walk around. They said Muhammad used to walk around. They said Buddha used. I've never met none of them. They used to walk around. I'm talking about what's happening right now. Women ain't having babies without men.
Right now, true. The Earth is changing though. Right now, the human residence of the planet has changed, based on we out of the age of the Caucasians rule. The Canaanites rule. We going back into the indigenous rule.
And I'm with all that, but the women still ain't making babies by themselves, and so the family is still needed.
That's why the feminine. We all rule through the feminine. We never rule through the masculine. It's never worked.
Well, would you say? Hold on. That's what I've been reading, and that's the text is that. Well, I'm gonna go by your account. And I'm gonna say that's not true because if you're saying it all started with the divine feminine, and now it's a patriarchal rule.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Like Dom said,
because
they were overrun.
The Caucasians,
kind of.
The Caucasians, the Canaanites, the invention of the Canaanites, which is the Caucasians came into play.
Before I put that on all white people, that this seems to be a worldwide system. So. That whole from what you're saying, this is a whole shift of more than just a cultural shift.
It's an energy shift.
If it was all started through the divine feminine, then the shift that happened on that to the patriarchal system is beyond what you can comprehend, because you started it. You are the creator. If going by what you're saying, if they were the creator of it all, and then now you're telling me we were able to come in there and take it
and
over
knock them off, basically, just knock them off.
I don't know. Can that ever go back?
Yeah, I mean, all world, I want to welcome you into Opinion Nation. Yeah, we are talking about the evolution of relationship. And when you say, what does that mean? We're talking about, at one point, the ancients said it was God, man, woman, child. And it seems like that order is kind of rearranged these days. Is it still God, man, woman, child? Or is it kind of child, woman? Like, what is it now?
I mean, some people might say God and man is one thing.
Hey, I ain't even mad at that. I'm not even mad at that. But still, the woman's supposed to come underneath both of those. Is she still the third, or is she the first now? How's that order working?
Well, I'm a man, so I got to put me before her. For sure.
Hassan said the divine feminine is the way to go, bro. Meaning the world needs to be run by women. That's what Hassan said right before you came on. Is that right?
I think both.
That's what Kenny said.
Yeah, it needs both because balance is everything. Life is balance.
That B word has been tossed about.
Yeah.
I mean, what we doing if we gonna have the balance in the game? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because we need both. You're not gonna have a baby if you're a woman without a man. Even though Hassan likes to remind us that women used to have babies on their own in a whole nother.
These are facts.
That's cool.
These are facts.
They're not doing it today. We're not living in that era right now.
Women not even growing their own hair today. So.
Oh God.
Where can I find these facts of women having babies without men?
It's called apatogenesis. It's called apatogenesis.
Talk that talk, son.
I mean, is that a world y'all looking forward to? Y'all looking forward to
a world where... but I haven't seen any evidence of women ever being here. And here's an interesting question: If women can procreate without us, why would we ever become the dominant one?
No,
because we are their protectors, regardless of their knowledge.
Okay, no. I know what Kenny's asking. Let me ask you this, Hassan. When women were procreating by themselves and everything was fine, what made them want to? What made men become necessary? If women were doing it and everything was fine,
you almost would be able to.
Maybe you want to have a different experience and stuff.
You could have.
Hold on, have a different experience.
From what you're saying, you could get rid of each male child.
Period.
Because who would the male child need to protect them from?
There's no need for them. Were they making men? Hassan, when it was all matriarch and they were having babies on their own, were they making baby boys?
There was boys too.
Why? For what?
Both.
For what? What do you need boys for?
I don't understand why you guys dealing absolute.
Niggas is asking questions.
Hold on.
A question by default. A question by default is not. Hold on. Hold on. A question by default is not an absolute, bro. Don't do that. You're talking to intelligence. Don't do that. A question is leaving it open for interpretation. That is not an absolute. Don't do that. Go on.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, well, don't make statements that aren't true, homie. A question by definition is leaving it open for interpretation and room for growth. Don't play with me. What you mean? What you mean? Okay, then. Yeah, all right. You can't say nothing about that. So I'm asking you, why would the women need a man if they're doing just fine with themselves?
Hey, listen. I don't know all that. I don't ask these questions. I just understand how some of the stuff went in civilization and how things were. Because some of the text talks about this stuff, and it's all about having that human experience. Maybe it's another development in the human experience where there was just all women, and then now they added men to the situation.
So you think, though, in today's era, it would be better if women ran the world? The way you see women acting these days, all over the internet, you think women running the world?
Those are dumb women. We're not talking about those women. The society, see, what I have learned in text is about the matriarch that made everything rule through nature, because everything was about love. Even though men had power, everything was ruled through love. It wasn't just women just having all the power alone. They ran stuff. And they wasn't behind the men like they are now, and they live in a patriarch system where the patriarch system doesn't succeed. You can tell based on men ruling that they all trying to be fighting each other, and they gonna kill each other. It don't work.
You don't think women would have wars?
Oh, I mean, women are
They
I
have
don't.
wars already today
Right.
within themselves.
Right.
They
See, I'm
fight
trying to
Hey,
really
Dom.
understand the
But
sign.
they
Well, let
also
me
living
ask
in
you.
a they also living in a part of a patriotic system, so they
Right,
are
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Okay, you know
They're
what?
all
You're right about that, son. You are right about that. Before the manipulation of the minds of folk, and we were all like, vibrating on a different vibration. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Yes, I can get
people
that.
off now. Everybody's
But
off based on
but
this patriarchal system we live in. Is all based on AI. It's all connected.
again, not
The
to
matrix.
attack what you're saying, but if you're saying women were procreating without men, and then they allowed the men to be there as protectors, that mean they needed the men to protect them from themselves.
Oh.
That's a dog chasing his tail.
Oh. Oh.
It
And
could
we
be
know
true.
we know that a lot of women like to chase their
that
own
could be
tail.
true.
Say that again.
I said
That's
we
true.
know a lot of women like to chase their own tail. We know that. That's for sure.
So
And that's what he's saying. The man was here to protect the women from their
but
downfalls.
but they would have had to be
So,
Yes.
protecting them from
what
themselves.
civilization we talking
Right.
about?
What you
talking
say?
about
That's like
now?
saying
What
I
civilization are we
need to
talking
buy a
about now?
gun.
Tartaria, pre-Tartaria. What are we talking?
We were talking about what the effects of the modern world has had on the relationship of man and woman, like today. And Hassan took us back
Oh,
to a time. Hassan took us back to a time where he said women ran everything, and so we're kind of dealing with that. But the main point was we're trying to understand what has been the wedge in the relationship between men and women, and we pointed to technology early.
propaganda.
Propaganda through the technology mostly. Because again, there's always been propaganda, but was it as effective 300 years ago? When
No.
you had to send it around on a piece of paper.
We don't know. I wasn't here to tell you.
Well, right. But look, what we were here for was for 53 years worth of experimentation. Meaning, when me, you, and Kenny first got here the same year, guess what? The way that they disseminated propaganda and information is way different than is happening right now. So we've seen a speed up. We've seen a complete takeover of the mind through this technology. And my question is, does that have something to do with the devolution of the relationships between men and women? Help me out, Kenny.
Well, it's definitely. I mean, if you look at like you said, 53 years ago, family was most important.
Yeah.
A lot of things were done through family. A lot of things, unfortunately, if you look at a few years before that, people were being controlled because of the threat of family. It's like, oh, I'm not worried for me, but for my wife and kids or something like that, cats had to bow down, unfortunately, to protect them. So when you talk about yourself, a lot of times people didn't worry about themselves, they worried about their family. Now you bring things forward. Cats are not as worried about family. They're like, I need to worry about me and damn family. And it's like, even when cats got family, they're walking away from.
There was times when cats had 2 and 3 families at the same damn time.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about that, Hassan. I mean, all world. Because technology wasn't as prevalent,
right?
A cat could have a family literally
3 blocks away.
around
3 blocks away.
Around the corner. Yep. Now your iPhone is saying, "Hey, that boy been
pinging
parked.
You.
He been parked 2 blocks away for like 6-7 hours. What
you
doing around?
Pinging you.
Like, yo, I've been hanging with this boy around the corner. We like the same things, and he sort of look like me.
We look similar too.
Yeah,
you had cats
calling me him.
Yeah, no, listen. We listen. The technology is the culprit, man. And again, y'all know I'm crazy.
Technology.
But you know I'm crazy, man. I say it how I feel it. This stuff ain't from us, man. I don't care what nobody talking about. Or maybe the information was refound from thousands of years ago. But think about this, guys. The lights were off for thousands of years on the planet. That's not for nothing. Let me say it again clearly. The lights were off. There were lights in Egypt at the pyramids of Giza. We see that the light bulbs are on the walls. There were lights in Egypt thousands of years ago, and then the lights went out, and the lights came on just yesterday, and just yesterday to today. Look at how fast. Look like. So if you ask me, if I had to say what a problem is, it seemed like the lights are a problem. It seemed like when the lights come back, there seems to be an issue.
No, I think that the issue is the people using the lights, because I think there's always been lights.
Thank you.
I think there's always been lights. It's just, we were the light at one time. We glowed.
I could go for that.
We didn't even have to open our mouth to have a conversation.
I can go for that.
There was a time where, you know what I'm saying, vibration, like I said, vibration was everything. And if you vibrating on a certain frequency, it was all love. You know what I mean? There was no judgment, none of that.
All right, let's talk about love for a minute. Hassan, McCullough,
yes, sir.
What is cheating? This should be good. When it comes to man and women,
whistle, but I take off running before they start. That's the only way you can cheat. Fucking race. The only way you can cheat is in a race, my G.
Hassan, what's cheating, man? What's cheating between a man and a woman in 2027? What's cheating?
I mean, isn't it always the same if you have sex with somebody else and that's cheating?
Is that cheating? What it is? I thought you would have had a way more, I don't know, like new wave answer. There is no cheating. There is no cheating. We all won.
Nowadays, if you like a picture on Instagram, that's
cheating. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. What are the new rules?
Start way before.
That's what I mean. What are the new rules of cheating?
Way before the physical contact.
Oh, come on.
See, that way before that. Ain't cheating to me.
Oh,
that ain't cheating.
Well, see, that's where you're deceiving yourself, because let's say if you're telling someone you in a monogamous relationship, like my man just said, you start liking someone's picture every day and start contacting them every day and being in a space, you've already put your mind that you're moving towards that.
I'm with that. I'm facts on that
woman. It ain't even long before the physical contact. There's a lot that go on.
Yeah, he just wants it. Right.
Like social media to me, like I'll be honest with you, I ain't got no lady, right? Maybe I'll never have a lady again, but I promise you this. My lady can't be on social media, bro. Fuck you mean? Like social media is cheating, if you ask me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how I sound. I don't care how old I sound. Social media is cheating, if you ask me. And I know it's a lot of motherfuckers that know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell you like this. If I'm with somebody, if I'm with somebody, then I'm with somebody. They're gonna do what I already know they're doing. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel too. Fuck it.
If I'm with somebody, they're gonna do what God says. Let me say it again clearly. I don't want nobody to get it fucked up. If I'm with somebody, they're gonna do what God says, or I'm not with somebody, and that's that.
Well, again, like I said, if I'm with somebody, they're going to do what I'm already about. Like
that's it.
I've already peeped out what that's about. Like, you know what I mean? Prior to that, oh, you like to do that? You like to wear that out? Come on, I ain't with that. You like wearing hair? I ain't with that. You like wearing
hair?
Oh man, wearing hair.
Wearing hair. This shit, wow. I was born in an era where everybody had a natural halo. Huh? I was born in an era where niggas was like, what's up, brother? What's up, sister? I came in an era where the natural was the most, it was the exalted. It was exalted. And then you know what happened right after that? Some nigga named Jerry and his curl. Hassan, did you have a Jerry curl? Did you have a
Before
Jerry curl, Hassan?
No.
You're
He's
lying.
from the Dina. Dina,
I
I
swear
think
I
the
ain't had
Dina.
no Jerry curl.
It was mandatory in the Dina.
It was mandatory to have a curl in Dina in '86. This nigga
I didn't grow my
capping.
hair like that.
This nigga capping. This nigga know he had a straight up Albie Ashore. A motherfucking the barge.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that, brother.
It slowed him down when he played sports, bro.
Yeah, it did. When
I
he was
had
a running
top,
back.
Man. I had a flat top.
You had that Deion Sanders. Stop it.
I can't see Son like that. I don't even see Son getting involved with that, bro.
I had a flat top, man.
Oh, you had a Gumby, my nigga?
I didn't have a Gumby. I didn't have a Gumby.
I watched him too much on the podcast to see that he could do Jerry curl.
We all watched him on the very popular podcast that he made himself famous on. We all know TTT. We all know his popularity. You understand me? But I feel like a nigga had a Jerry curl. The nigga that hosted that show said he had a Jerry curl back in the '80s, and they were
did
good
have
friends.
A Jerry curl. That's why he ain't got no hair.
Oh,
niggas that got Jerry curls.
Look at your bull right there. Look at your bull right there. Look at your bull.
He had a Jerry curl.
Nah, he used to have a perm.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He had a perm.
I didn't have a perm. I had a Jerry curl in the '80s though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The people that
remember that bullshit.
They don't have no hair.
Can't even remember that bullshit.
He was
Jerry curl juice.
I'm gonna flat out tell you, I couldn't afford it, and it wasn't my thing. I couldn't afford it, and it wasn't my thing.
Jerry,
you know what I mean?
Nigga, I didn't look. Hold up, Kitty. I just went around the corner to Rite Aid and got a Duke. I just got a quick Duke for $6.99. A quick Duke, and put that thing in my head.
What?
Listen.
And came outside, and then came outside on a Philly block with my hair conked up. Nigga, what the hell is wrong? Yo, they let me have it, dog. Like, listen,
dude. You guys not really understanding. People who had Jerry curls don't have hair now.
Yeah, I agree. I can't listen. I agree.
You know what they call it? They call them geriatric.
Wow. Wow.
That Jerry curl stuff, they can sue. You can sue and get some money.
Okay.
Nobody that had Jerry curl.
Now, is that only hair for men? Because I know there was a lot of women with that also.
There's a ton of women with Jerry curl.
So
look at them.
Is that it only ate men hair up?
No, because it's true, because the women still kind of had their hair. What's that all about?
That's why they bring testosterone with the males. Maybe something different. I don't know.
Maybe
niggas ain't got no. Most people got Jerry curls. Ain't got no hair. Just do a study.
No,
this is some of the most. This is some of the most ignorant. This is the most ignorant culture going on right now.
Oh, that's what this nigga said. Wignorant, very much so. Very much. Well, it's a wignorant culture. Very much so. You understand me?
I can remember the first girl that I seen with the fake braids or the weave. Weave. I remember she was talking about it and went and got it and wasn't happy with it.
What year was this?
Had to be the 90s.
It was in the 80s. I was in high school. I remember it was a girl in high school.
Okay. That was the embryonic stages of the weave.
Listen, she came straight up and wasn't happy with it and told me I better not say an effing word.
Whoa.
As if I wasn't going to say something.
About this madness in my head.
Hold up.
And immediately, not even knowing what weed was made of.
Stop it.
Say that again?
He said, was she in the Brady Bunch? Knock it off.
She was far from the Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch.
Right. Hey, look at this nigga Hassan. Look at this nigga Hassan right now. Look at this nigga Hassan. This nigga, you think we can't see you, nigga? We can see you. This is a TV show. This is a full television show that you sitting up here.
He ain't hydrated, man.
Doing shadow work. He up here doing shadow work in front of our face. Do that on your private time.
You remember how Underdog needed his power pellet?
That nigga needs spinach.
Underdog needed his power pellet.
That nigga needs spinach. That nigga's Popeye.
You need a watermelon pellet to rehydrate.
Watermelon pellet. This nigga said you need a watermelon pellet.
Seeded.
Seed with seeds. No Monsanto.
No Monsantos.
No Monsantos.
We don't
Hey,
do
man,
the no Monsantos.
Yo, Kenny, we can't put the genie back in the bottle. So, what of relationships between men and women moving forward? A serious answer. I'm going to ask everybody the same question. We can't put the genie back in the bottle. Women feel like I'm as strong as you. Like they got these shows and movies making women feel like they can just straight up fight men on the merit. Isn't this dangerous? Is this dangerous?
You know what? Fortunately, there are some women out there who fight for relationship. There are some women who will still let you know, I am for the God, man, woman.
2%. There's the 2%.
The caveat that come with that is you have to show yourself to be the dude.
The dude, facts.
That can handle that.
For sure.
If you're not that dude, you will not be able to handle that.
I agree.
Factories. I agree with that.
Well, yeah. What of relationships moving forward? How do we, you know the state of women and men right now, and how women are just on some ornery shit. Ornery, like really on some masculine. How do we get that? How do we evolve with that? What does that look like 2 years from now?
They gotta stop drinking. They gotta stop drinking Manischewitz.
Complete. Put the Manischewitz down, women.
Put the Chevitz down. Stop trying to Manny-Yunk. You know what I mean?
Stop living in Manny-Yunk. Move out of Manny-Yunk.
Yeah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't even go to Mandalay Bay and
don't vacation in Mandalay Bay. That's not the place to vacate.
You guys are silly, man.
Avoid anything with man. Yeah, and change what you eating. Change what you eating and what you watching. And that's double up on the eating.
Change your intake.
That's both food.
Change your intake. Yeah. Hassan.
Think about it. I'm gonna ask this question and leave this alone. Have you, and if you have, tell me please, have you seen a gay blind person?
Yo. Hey, yo.
No.
Hey, yo.
Why?
Hey, fucking yo. That's the type of question that can unravel the whole universe. Like, hey, yo, what you say? So what you saying is, niggas is, if you can't see no shit, you ain't even gay. Like, what you saying is your eyes are gay. What you saying?
It's program. Like, isn't it crazy how the men that are act
feminine and the women act masculine? If you never saw feminine or masculine acting, how would you know how to act?
How would you know?
Hey, Hassan, he fuck around and unravel the whole bullshit with that. Fuck you mean? Why ain't gay people? Why don't gay people act feminine or masculine when they're gay? What? Because they've never seen it. They've never seen it,
man. It's all a construct. Relationship is a construct.
Wow.
Honestly, it's all a construct.
Wow. So niggas is playing roles, even in the gay community in relationships.
Like Omaroso, niggas is playing roles.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny, this nigga said, "Have you ever seen a gay blind man, bro?" And my truth is, I've never seen a gay blind man.
I'm pretty sure there's 3 out there in this world, but
it's a grand question because I've never seen a gay lesbian, and I've never seen, well, at least not outwardly.
Blind.
I'm sorry, gay lesbian. A blind.
I know what he's saying.
At least not outwardly. At least not.
When he said it, my mental Rolodex immediately started rolling.
Yeah.
Like, have I ever met anyone who was blind and gay?
I ain't never seen it.
It's a weird thing.
But then ask yourself this question: do all blind people carry themselves the same way?
What type of shit? This nigga on blind people, man. This nigga's about to write a book on the blind.
I'm just trying to think through the Rolodex. Like, Stevie's the only one I know that do that, but Ray Charles got this little.
Steve and Ray Charles had a little bit of a different vibe. Ray was from them streets. Ray Charles is from
Ray
the
also
street.
has some of that H-bomb in him.
Yeah, he did. Stevie out here with love. Stevie out here loving that.
Yeah, love. He even smoked a little herb in his lifetime, but
hey, listen, they question whether Stevie is actually blind. I've seen a clip or two,
right,
with his boy catching microphones. He catching microphones that fell. He on some daredevils.
Right. Hassan.
I saw him drive to CVS. I saw him drive to CVS on Hollywood Boulevard.
Hassan.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a gay blind person in your travels?
No.
Hassan? You see a lot, Hassan, in a day. You travel LA from
Now how would I tell the dude was gay and a blind? I know.
Okay, let's do this. We know that you can be gay and not necessarily be the whole limp wrist shit. We know that, right? But we're talking about the limp wrist shit. Like, have you ever seen a limp wrist a blind gay dude?
No, not at all.
But why not though? Because Yamin makes a great. I
don't know.
Why not? That shit is learned behavior. That acting has got to be learned. Huh?
Yep. Yes.
That's wild.
I've been saying
gay community, don't get mad at us. Get mad at Yamin all world gay community. Don't get mad at me.
I said when I talked about programming,
he gonna have two communities coming at him.
Listen,
the blind and the gay.
Listen. Teachers teach the same. Most, you know what I'm saying? Preachers preach the same. Basketball players play the same. Hockey players, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's all learned behavior.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Listen, when I talk about program, I'm talking about how we are programmed.
So basically, Yamin is saying you can learn to be a bitch ass nigga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when you go to bitch ass you, what you go to bitch ass you, BAU? Use a bit like you go to BAU and get your BA. You get your BA in bitch ass.
That's called BAU. You went to BAU University.
The BAU University.
You went to BAU, my nigga. You going to the Bayou? The Bayou? Yo, Kenny. Kenny, all right. Kenny, give us some final thoughts, man, on relationships.
Mascot is bondage.
What?
The mascot is a bondage bull.
Yo. Hey man, this is off the rails. See, this is when it's off the rails. We started talking about relationships, and now we've been talking about blind people that aren't clearly gay. And have you ever seen one? That's hilarious, though, because I've never seen a gay blind person acting feminine. I know, like, because again, they wouldn't know how to act. So that's crazy. It's an indictment, gay community. Y'all niggas is acting. That's wild. Somebody talk us down. Listen, if any gays want to come on the show next week and talk to Hassan about anything, you're welcome. I'll give you Hassan's personal number, and all you gays can talk to Hassan about whatever you need to talk.
Okay, they talk to you.
Because I'm not gay.
Okay. That weed juice will straighten you out.
Yo, this boy Yamin, boy, I'm telling you, yo. Hassan, you know I joke with you. You're my brother.
Yo, do you have any weed juice that's full of iron that straighten you out?
Yo, y'all wilding out now.
Right on the bottom.
Y'all wilding out now. You got any corrective sexuality juice in the weed juice line, my nigga? This juice right here will have you straight in 3 days. In 72 hours, you'll be a straight man again. Just have this weed juice.
I don't like men's no more.
It's called I don't like men's no more.
Drinking this weed juice.
No, yeah. It's called I don't like men's no more. My newest flavor of weed juice. Come and get it.
It's called I've been delivered.
It's called delivered. It's delivered. It's called delivered with the new weed juice.
No, that's too close to deliverance.
Yo, Hassan, I love you, bro. We love you for taking these jokes, nigga. We love you. We know you the coolest nigga around. That's what makes you so cool, because you just let this shit roll off your shoulder like it ain't nothing. We love it. Kenny, give him some.
I'm serious. That weed juice will straighten you out. You feeling crooked, You better get involved.
So the weed juice ain't the cricket eye like St. Ives.
Right.
The weed juice is the straight. Okay,
No.
cool.
Full of hydration.
6 o'clock.
Full of
6
minerals.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, bro.
Yo, y'all mean, give them some final words before we get out of here, man. What are relationships moving forward? Some final words. And tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at All World, ALLWORLD YAMEEN, Yamin, and Yamin All World on Facebook. Or you can find me at your auntie crib getting frisky.
Holla and back. Straight up and down.
But relationships, bro, they are what you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, only you can prevent forest fires. You better know what you want. And don't settle for less. Don't settle for less because, like, oh man, I'm lonely. I just need to be with somebody. Don't waste your energy. Don't do that.
Great advice. Great advice. Kenny Kendall Mickens, Kenny Kendall Selective Conformity Mickens. Give them a little bit of a dissertation on relationships moving forward and tell them where they can find you.
Conform to balance.
Oh.
If you don't have balance, it ain't going to work. If you don't have balance in your life, if you don't have a woman that's part of the team, that keeps the team level.
I got a dope woman a part of my team. I got one of the illest women on planet Earth a part of my team. I wouldn't have no other way.
She's a keeper.
Wow.
If the woman is creating an imbalance, you don't want that.
No.
She's a deep.
I know one of those too. I know one of them too.
Or a reaper. You either got a keeper or you got a reaper.
Yeah.
Which one you?
There it is.
Where can they find you at, Ken?
At Kenny L. Still trying to see the world.
Yeah.
Plotting my next adventure.
Yes, sir.
Or Kenny Miggins on Facebook.
There it is. Hassan TTT. That's not true. Mm-hmm. I go to sleep in the middle of podcast, McCullough.
Never.
My bad, you was meditating. My bad, you was meditating doing shadow work.
That shadow work.
That's all I do all day, every day, homie.
That's wild. That's wild. So anytime your eyes is closed, you're doing shadow work. I ain't mad at you.
Shadow work can come at you at any moment.
Right.
At any moment.
Right.
That part.
Hassan, we live, we love, we juice.
Well, okay. What about it? You want some?
Yeah, motherfucker. What you mean? Like, stop playing games.
My last advice. So listen.
Ship some.
When it comes to relationships, we have to go within to develop a better relationship throughout.
Say that again. Say that again, bro. Say that again.
You have to go within. The journey is going within to figure out who you are and what you're all about. You know, loving you. Everything's about the journey within. If we take that journey within, we'll be able to love our partners.
And we'll attract a partner, that's right for us, yeah?
100%. You have to love yourself because you ain't going to worry about none of that stuff. If you get, they're not wasn't for you. When you realize that, when you start loving yourself, you realize, oh, if shit happens, you're like, that person wasn't for me.
That wasn't the one, right?
And then you manifest the person that's going to be for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know what? I got
a different thing.
Can I add on?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You take the relation. That's the root word. And then you take the shift.
Yeah.
Okay? You have relationships. You have a relation on a boat.
Yeah.
Then you floated the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. I really thought it was about to go into see. You see what he does?
That's where the love boat came from.
You see what he does? Like he really had us. He drew us in. Like we was all like, yeah.
He sure did.
That's what he do. Yo, man. Once again, it's been a great conversation with highly elite spiritual and intellectual beings. Those of us that understands that we are gods within God. Not Kenny. Kenny doesn't say that. Let's not put that on Kenny. Kenny.
Let's not put that on me.
No, Kenny doesn't. And we need Kenny.
He ain't gotta say it, but the truth is the truth.
Well, yeah, I know Kenny's God, so it's okay.
I think highly of us. I just don't call myself a God.
That's how highly I think
highly of yourself.
Right.
You think highly of yourself.
Without a doubt.
Right. I think of you as God. That's the highest I can think of you, and I respect you as such. He likes that, so it's all good. And we're all on a journey, so but some of us know our toenails and some of us don't, so it's all good. But nonetheless, it's always an interesting conversation. Listen, this is my favorite hour of the week. I promise you. I always learn something, especially from Mr. McCullough.
Oh, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Apotheogenesis, look it up.
Apotheogenesis, look it up, folks.
Look it up.
Yeah.
No, I heard it. I heard his album. His album.
I still be taking someone's word though?
Yo.
I haven't seen that with my own eyes, so I'm just really taking someone's word.
The angels are hermaphrodites too. The angels are also...
wrap it up and then we talk about that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, go get Apotheogenesis album. That shit is out on iTunes.
It's on iTunes. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for joining us. We shall see you again next week for another grand installation of Opinionation.
Deuces.